I should have made him tell me where she was. Lisa's been hiding from her ex, Steven van der Vet, for almost 3 decades. She ran after he made a chilling confession to her about the disappearance of schoolgirl Rebecca Richardson. The 15-year-old's body has never been found and no one's been convicted of her murder. Lisa's now feeling brave and talking.
Oh, I'm so sorry that he did that. There's so much hurt and pain that he's caused.
Lisa's a hard woman to find. She admits even the police struggled to track her down. That's because she's hiding from her past.
Is it hard looking back through these photos?
Yeah,
Brings up a lot of memories.
it's shocking.
She still lives in fear of her ex-boyfriend and the father of her child, Jody Martin Steven van der Vet, almost 28 years after they escaped him.
It's horrible to think that I fell in love with him. It's really horrible.
He's known as Steven, and it's his shocking secrets Lisa later spilled to police that saw him put behind bars over the 1998 disappearance of schoolgirl Rebecca Richardson.
He said he was going to go burn her and bury her.
He made her disappear. Like, you don't get to make someone disappear, and she's a child.
Rebecca vanished from Santa Fe, a Christmas celebration in the small Queensland town of Gingin, west of Bundaberg.
This is the last place I saw my sister.
It wasn't until Lisa saw Rebecca's sister Jessica plead for answers in her first TV interview on A Current Affair that she came out of hiding.
She deserves more than what she got. She deserves answers.
Seeing Jessica and knowing that she needs me, I went, let's go.
When Jessica was 14 and Rebecca 15, this is where the sisters had their last conversation.
And we were, just going on the rides and having a laugh. And then she came over and said she was off. She told me she was going with Steve up to our house to grab some of our belongings.
The teenagers and their father had been living with Steven's family.
His father and brother-in-law were helping my dad to build our family home.
But a month before Rebecca disappeared, their dad suddenly passed away, leaving the girls on their own.
This is the house where we were staying with the van der Vets.
And where was Steven staying?
In a caravan on the same property.
Lisa remembers living with Steven in the caravan when they were both in their early 20s. She'd only recently given birth and was looking after their 6-week-old baby when Rebecca went missing. She'll never forget when Steven came home that night.
He walked into the house completely freaking out, just taking his clothes off to put them into the fireplace.
So he put his clothes in the fire to burn them?
Yes, and his shoes. Everything he was wearing. The whole lot.
Steven's always claimed another mystery man in the mafia murdered Rebecca, but admits he witnessed it.
And he'd already told me that he'd been in this Melbourne mafia when we first met. Steve told me that the Melbourne mafia guy had picked up Rebecca and taken her, and they went out into the bush, and then that guy got the tie iron and was holding Rebecca in a headlock and hit her with it. And
So he tried to make you think that he was some sort of underworld figure?
yeah, and I'm trying to understand whether we were in danger of that, whether I was in danger of him. And he said the guy hit him on the head and he had a big bump on his head, like huge, like about that big. And he said, feel it. And I felt the big bump on his head. And now I just think that was Rebecca fighting back. He said he was going to go the next day and burn her and bury her. I was like, how do you know that she's not alive? And he said, no, she's dead.
That night, Stephen also made Lisa's brother clean out his car.
I knew the next day that something was wrong. Two of her friends and questioned him where she was, and he took them in his car driving around town looking for her.
I remember her friends coming over. He went with them. He went with them to go find her.
And he already knew where she was.
Mm-hmm.
Stephen returned and took Lisa to the shops.
He went and brought clothes to replace the clothes that he burnt, a tarpaulin, I think some rope. That's just the part that I feel bad about. So I feel like I should have gone out there. I should have made him tell me where she was.
Later, he made this confession at a dump 20 minutes from Gin Gin.
And we were at South Curren rubbish tip, and he pointed to a certain place and he said that she was there. He'd tell me so many things, little things all the time randomly, and he would say to me that he would smell it. He would smell burning flesh.
I've got chills.
I'd never thought that he did it. Never, not even once. I just wished I was braver. A totally naive person. I went to the refuge about 5 times trying to leave him.
Do you think you were in an emotionally abusive relationship with him?
Oh, absolutely. Coercive control, just... He broke my brain.
Lisa fled with her son, and they've been hiding from Stephen ever since. It wasn't until 2 years after Rebecca's murder, police knocked on her door and she told them everything.
The police said to me, Lisa, he did it. It just destroyed me. I just went, what the f***?
Stephen was originally charged with murder, but police accepted his offer to plead guilty to being an accessory after the fact, and he was sentenced to 8 years jail. All those years behind bars, he begged Lisa and their now adult son to talk to him, but they want nothing to do with him.
And there's letters
Wow.
from Steve when he was in prison.
Did you ever respond to one?
Nope.
Stephen's even sent you a photo of him in prison.
Mm-hmm.
You've cut out every single news article.
Yep.
In case your son one day asks about his father.
Mm-hmm.
Has your son ever asked about Stephen?
No. No.
Stephen's been living at this property near Rockhampton.
He's locked up now for drugs charges. Does that surprise you?
Not at all. He's a career criminal.
Rebecca's body has never been found and no one convicted of her murder. Now, after years of fighting, Jessica's won her battle for a coronial inquest into her sister's cold case. Lisa hopes by coming forward she can help Rebecca's family finally put her to rest.
He was questioned at the coronial inquest, and he's still going with the story about the mafia. Do you believe that?
No. No.
And as soon as Stephen left the stand, the coroner looked directly at Jessica and said, "Just so you know, I don't believe a word he says."
He thinks he's untouchable.
The inquest was adjourned because there's still lines of inquiry for the police 28 years later.
I think the police can do more to find her. Definitely.
And council tells us a memorial in Rebecca's honour will soon be built in the main street.